Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex over at Laser Everything, and we are in an awesome place today. We're actually here at LightObject's facility in Sacramento, California, where they make and ship out and produce all of their machines and equipment and parts, and we're getting the complete all-access tour. Nothing is off the table or locked behind closed doors. We're gonna check out everything from their shipping department to their testing facilities and even the lunch break room. We're gonna see it all and we're gonna check it out right now.
Hi, my name is Len Perayo. I'm the service manager here at LightObject. So I'm in charge of, all customer relations when it comes to going to exhibitions, trade shows, special events. If there's any type of, projects, like donations and helping with schools and other local communities. So I kind of help in being the branch of the business. This is one of our units that we use for educational purposes. So when we go to expos and some showrooms, and work with the kids, we like to show them what's inside the machine, trying to educate people through lasers. You can't see that or through that through our eyes of a youth. And so what we do is we built this unit so that they can see all the mechanical workings of the unit coming from autofocus head, where this head, is something that Marco has created where it kind of follows, undulations of their product. But it's visually seen that people can say, hey, wow, that's a laser tube. These are the motors. This is a gantry. This is everything, and give them the wow factor. We try to promote, walk-ins as best as we can. And then we have a lot of people that are from the Etsy platforms and other platforms that don't know anything but want to get into that space. So we try to help them. So we offer, this type of do-it-yourself machines, do-it-yourself kits. And we also sell, these small template machines. But, this isn't our business. Our business is support and giving that service level. So whenever we sell a product, we don't sell the product. We sell our service and our technicians that, are the people you're contacting with. And, we're a family business, family oriented business, I guess. We're pretty small, but we got a pretty long reach. And I think we're one of the, only laser companies in Northern California that has a showroom that people can come in, bring their product in and test it before, they do any type of service or buy any machines. We say, hey, come in. There's no, special pricing or anything that we charge. We just say, hey, come on in. It's that kind of that open door policy that we have with everyone. So it's a good feel that, everyone can kind of gravitate to.
Guys, this is the employees only area. Seriously, this is everything that we could want to check out. It's all right here. This room is so much bigger than it looks.
My name is Joel Sosa. I'm here as a also support team, and I also do social media and I would say provide a little bit of tech support to the company here at LightObject. If you were to look on the right-hand side, we have our inventory room. We have over 100 items. Allow our packing lady to take care of them if they need to, but this is our general small packing room and inventory room with small items.
They have little bits and pieces everywhere in here. This room has literally everything laser. They have different kind of goggles, eye protection. We've got bags of aviation connectors, metal frames, different belts for different gantry machines. I mean, seriously, this place is huge. There's so much stuff here.
Right here is our test room. So I would say one of the things that we mainly sell here at LightObject are laser tubes. We carry different brands. The three main ones are Resi, SPT, and JK. And if we need to test some chillers, power supply, laser tubes, we come here and we test them here. If a customer wants a controller, we have our DIY controller right on this side, and we test them to make sure that ports are working, displays are working. And then that way the customer can just worry about wiring and not worrying about any kind of internal troubleshooting on them.
Everybody knows that lunch is the most important meal of the day, and I think it's safe to say LightObject has its employees covered because this lunchroom, very nice.
Everybody working here at LightObject, you get your half an hour lunch break, so definitely you want to really space where you don't have to look at emails, calls, exactly. So definitely, I would say this is your space for whoever wants to come in and just enjoy the AC. I would say that, especially on hot weathers in California. It gets hot at times, and sometimes working out there, you just want a room to cool down. So definitely we have our refreshments. Sometimes we do have our Friday, have fun, bring something to eat, potluck type of deal. So I definitely want to show you guys our simple yet, nice break room. Before we go this way, let me show you one of this room right here. So this is, I share my office here with my co-worker here, Jay. He is one of our technicians. He is in charge of answering technical questions and answering most of our live chat. As you probably are aware by now, we are a small company. Here at this location, we have 6 to 10 employees. We have 6 employees that are full-time. 2, we have it at coming in at a later time, and another one it's on on-site service.
Customer service is a huge part of what sets LightObject apart, and this is where it happens, guys. So if you're looking for a company that's going to support you after you make the purchase and after the transaction is complete, the people here really care about your problems, and they have an entire department set and designated to help you work through them.
Next area we're going to is kind of our shipping room. So this is where all the product, that goes out is shipped. And this is Mindy. She's been with us since day one. And so whenever you have a customer service question or questions about shipping or how much things cost, Mindy is our expert. She's does everything from answering emails, checking on emails, and we ship anywhere on average 30 to 50 packages per day that can go all the way from a machine to a tube to small parts. And so we're pretty busy. So she's our puller and our stalker, here at LightObject. So we're very, very lucky to have Mindy.
It's chill back here. This is actually one of the coolest rooms that I think we've been in the building. And this is the last place that your stuff is going to stop before it ships to your door. We've got all kinds of things. We've got computers with addresses, and we've got packing materials, and we've got all different kinds of tape and stickers. It really is something special to see.
And so this is kind of an extension of our showroom. So when you look at our product, we got everything that, a customer will need, anything from little connectors to PC boards to plugs for water systems, all the way down to the tubing. We like to make sure that if we buy and sell a machine, we definitely will carry and service that part for the longevity of our customer. So there's always something that we have. So some of this may look old, but that's a testament of how old our machines are out there, and we have to support that. We do our best to have everything from, heat sinks to, laser heads to, even the lenses, and have everything available for, on stock.
We have a pretty big building, but we cannot house everything in one location. We do run out of space, and we sometimes use one of our empty buildings to store our laser tubes. Here you see some resin tubes, but we also will find some SPTs and JKs. We try to keep them under control room. Right here there's AC working, and definitely try to avoid any issues with the hot weather here in California.
Seriously, I aspire to this kind of clutter. I want my workspace to look like this because it means I'm actually getting something done.
I wanted to kind of show you to the last showroom here. And this is where we have all of our hybrid machines, our fiber lasers, our larger 4x8s. Even though these products don't move as fast for us, they are available, for that user that, has to cut fabric. We make sure we have an open top. We make sure we have a larger platform of machines for, that specific user. We have, things that we send for educational uses. So we have the Cube, which I think this machine is getting ready to go to, SAC, local college, because I think they're starting to introduce lasers into the curriculum. Instead of welding classes, automotive, they're starting to implement, lasers. We're getting this prepped and ready for, a school. This is kind of our big boy. This is something that we will plan to demo at our next exposition. So, this has a big platform. It's also got the slide in, forward and slide out, but it's both metal and non-metal. So you got the 2 different laser heads on there. So I like to call this the double dragon, but I think they call it something else. I'm just a Mortal Kombat guy. So, that's pretty much our area of, the larger machine. We also have started or this is kind of beginning, is a UV printing machine. So I guess this is something that's kind of new that we're still kind of developing, but we'll kind of take this off, but we're still in the testing phases of it, but it's a UV print. So what happens is, you'll get like these nice colorful pictures here that will not fade. A lot of people are in the UV, especially if they got outdoor pictures they want to put somewhere, like in pictures of people or pictures of products or pictures of their logos, rather than screen prints or anything else like that. You can get UV on any type of metals or any type of things that you want. So this is something new to us. We just kind of got these machines, so we haven't put them out in the public because we're still in the testing phase of it.
Look at all of these lasers, guys. This room is so big, they literally have lines on the floor so that you don't get lost like the back rooms. I mean, we've got just like the biggest to the smallest lasers, and they let us play and touch with all of these. If you guys are in the area, you have to come check LightObject out and play with some of their cool stuff. They've got fiber cutters. They've got a freaking fiber cutter. Look at that. That's amazing.
Yeah, so we leave the space open for, people that, can't afford the machine, but they are, users and have used it in the past and can have access to these sets of machines, the smaller machines, to do their business, like the engravers, the CO2 lasers and everything else. So they can come in here, pay a rate or a fee, and they can do their business.
So it's almost like a makerspace.
Yeah, kind of like a makerspace. We do have people that come in and use these machines, and they come in regularly. It's not a transaction. That's not how, we will never upsell. I don't like to upsell. People come in and say, hey, I've got this and this. You don't need that machine. I need to sell you that machine.
Right.
Not because it's a cost, because it's what you do for your production metrics. It's all about productivity. It's like, yeah, I love to have a Ferrari, but do I really need it for a commute? No, you don't. What you do need is you need this machine.
When I see customers coming in, is basically telling them, hey, what is your minimum working space? And then that's how we try to get that user the right machine that they need. Sometimes I tell them, hey, what, I want the bigger unit, the most expensive unit that you can offer me. Right. But sometimes that's not what they need.
Right.
And so definitely we try to talk to them and make sure that they have the right system. Overall, the systems that we offer you here on the CO2 is just the difference in working space and the different ability of whether you have like a ray pointer, whether you are a preference of a Trojan or a reader controller, and then definitely I would say whether you want to start with a smaller laser tube and overall operate in the end, or you want to operate right on from the beginning where you just want everything power-wise, you want to be able to use a rotary device to your system and things like that, so that they can make sure that they have everything that they need.
The chillers and some of the stuff like 12 months warranties, on most stuff. Same with the tubes, 12 months, and the machines, 12 months on most machines. So we have yet to have one machine be returned to us, honestly, in our 15 years plus of business, to say the gantry, is broken or this doesn't work. When we source our, machines, we make sure we use thick gauge metal. We make sure that gantry is solid, one piece milled cuts, CNC milled, instead of things being screwed together or welded together. We make sure the structure of the machine is sound, because at the end of the day, everyone shares the same wavelength on laser beam. The secret to our success is making something durable, something that if you push it, it's not going to shake. It's going to last forever. The user can lift up that lid, look at it, and feel confident that thing's going to run every single day. We try to develop items from our forums and what the customers want, and we try to make it achievable for them. One of the things that we've created that isn't really out there at the market is, right here is one of our featured products is a heater. So what happens is in some certain regions, the tube is glass, and so you got cold water coming in, and at certain temperatures, you want your tube to be controlled by either a chiller or through a heating system. So this preheats the water, so it's going through this tube, and your tube isn't exposed to cracking or prolonged misuse. So that's one of the things that we've offered, because that's something that, our customers, we're kind of gravitating to, so we offer that as well. We have our own brand of chillers. We got everything from a 600 watt to, 1600 watt chiller. So all these we've developed, for customer feedback, through our forum. So, so I think these range all the way to a 600 watt to 800 watt, and we tried to make the incremental changes to the machines within like a $50 variant. So Like you step into this at like $395, but then the 800 watt you can step in for an extra 40. We don't say, hey, you've got the 600, 800, so we're going to charge you this X amount of money, which isn't fair to the customer. And so that's why people look at the pricing and say, hey, well, I might as well just get this big one. Well, yeah, you can, but you don't need it. That's why we price things the way we do. The things that kind of set us apart is that whenever, we've got a location in Shenzhen, we have a set of engineers that helps develop the chillers, helps develop, the water heaters, and we get them shipped via container here. But what we do prior to sending it to a customer with any chiller, any tube, any machine, we do a 100% inspect of all our inventory. So as soon as it gets here or before it goes out the door, we run a test, through the chillers, make sure, it's doing what it's supposed to do. And we put a QC stamp. Even though it gets checked overseas, we do another check here on site for everything and anything. We have a special station where we test all the tubes, make sure they're running, correctly, right amps, right everything. And the machines, we calibrate it, and we pre-calibrate all the mirrors before we ship anything. Because, most companies out there, when you're sending something through an ocean container, things are moving, things are bouncing around. And, pretty much when you get it from a competitor, you get it in the same box. There's no testing. You get it at your door, and, the reliance is you call a tech service, and they'll walk you through it. Here, we take it out of that big wood carton for you. We test it, we calibrate it, we do test cuts, we show the videos, we show it to you, we box it back up, and we send it. We always ask before we send a machine, what are you cutting? Send us your samples. We'll cut it for you at no cost. Most companies, I think they charge. We're not into this charging. We're more into that, let's build another family member with our machine. And that's like I said, that's our template, and that's how we have always operated, is we have to make sure the product we put out there works, because that's going to be our worst enemy. So to the point, with Joel is, when we sell a machine, you get 3 hours of free service that comes with it, which says, if you're local, you can come in. We've had, customers from Arizona, from Midwest, come over here for the 3 hours of training. And so we tell them, ship your stuff, bring your files, let's do it together. They see it. We've got a happy customer, and we do all the logistics from shipping it, sourcing it, and sometimes we fly out to even set it up. That's that service level that, is, pretty unparalleled, in the industry today. When you call, you have a tech like Joel, JJ, or Marco that knows these systems, that can, is not working through a workbook, through a little chart to say, hey, if they ask this question, tell them this. We have people that say, oh, we know exactly what it is. Go to this component, test it. This is your problem, and it's pretty immediate. Once you're a LightObject, customer, you're a customer for life, and we consider you, pretty much like a family. So when you look at our reviews and you look at our comments, we've got, really, number one review is always our service, and that is our business. Yeah. And that's been our model for, the past 15 years plus.
We're packing up here, guys, and I just want to shout out Chris and Rhiannon. Rhiannon was on all of our social media stuff, so if you see anything on TikTok or Instagram from this episode, Rhiannon probably handled that. And cameraman Chris over here, operating the camera. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. And I hope that we get to shoot together again. If you guys got value out of this video, don't forget to smash the like button. Let everybody else know the content is good, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you get notified the next time we upload a video. If you guys love the channel, it's the best thing that's ever happened to you, don't forget to go sign up for the Laser Master Academy. It's only $8 a month, and it helps support everything we do here at the channel, whether it's these tours or our tutorial videos or anything else that we spend our time doing. It's all possible because of LMA members. So thank you guys so much if you're already supporting the channel. If you want to join their ranks and help support the channel and everything we do here, you can go check it out over at masters.lasereverything.net. One last thing before we go, I do just want to give a quick shout out to our tour guide, Joel. Thank you so much, Joel, for spending the time to hang out with us today. If you guys are in this Sacramento area and you want to visit LightObject, come visit Joel and everybody else over here. Everybody's so friendly, and you guys are going to have such a good time checking out all their equipment and everything that they have to offer. They've brought so much to the laser community, and I am so excited to be friends with these guys now. So we're going to keep in touch, and you guys are going to see a lot more from LightObject in the really near future. I think that's all I've got for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Solo. Ranger. The Falcon. Legend. Titan. The Saturn II. Omicron G series. Explorer. The Cube.
What's its other name?
GTX.
No, the Double Dragon, right?
Professional laser machines.